So I am back, and we are going to open some collector boosters. I have 3 cases of them, and we are going to open all of them to see how it goes. Cracked into these. I have a couple of cards here already that you saw earlier in the video of some of the hidden ink or whatever they're calling these things, the invisible ink cards. So these are pretty cool. We're gonna see if we can open some more of those. I'm gonna get the tray tossed up. Break out the trusty knife. Show off these boxes. They look kind of cool, honestly. Let's get the shrink wrap off so you guys can see them. The glare sucks with the shrink wrap. I don't get this ring light. Like, boxes look kind of cool. So, I don't think there's box toppers. There's not. We are going to do these basically the same way that I did the RAV remastered stuff, which was rip pack, not really care about the tokens, commons, and uncommons, and just kind of show off the good stuff. So, we got an extended art foil, deadly cover up, forensic gadgeteer showcase non-foil, a foil full art Nelly Borka impulsive accuser, that's from the commander sets, another deadly cover up full art non-foil, a case of the stash skeleton foil, and then basics, commons, uncommons, yeah, commons, uncommons, basics, tokens, you can all just go over there. Blue Werberg across the top, fill in the rest of the gaps. We got land, commercial district, full art foil. We got an Ezrim agency chief, showcase non-foil, a trouble in pairs full art non-foil, and an urgent necroposi. We have an urgent necropsy full art non-foil, and a World Swords Rage foil regular border. I'm not sure where let's shimmy this over a little bit so you guys can see the majority of the rares and stuff as we open them. It'll cut this pocket off a little bit, but this will be a better spread. I'm not sure. We can do this. If we do these here and then we put green here. So white, blue, black, red, green, artifact, multicolor, and lands. Then you guys can, I'll put all the commons and uncommons here and you guys can see all the good stuff. Ill-timed explosion, lush porticio, full art, forbidden steamboat, coveted falcon, Lazov wearer of faces, but basically, Fugitive Codebreaker, Aurella's Vindicator, A ransom note, ill-timed explosion, undercity sewers. We went over this stuff kind of when we did the play booster box, so now we're doing the collectors. Again, the video will be a century long if I do all the commons and uncommons, and I don't want to. that's like the easiest way to say it, is like I don't want to talk about all the commons and uncommons. Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, Homicide Investigator, Prisoner's Dilemma, Krenko's Buzz Crusher, Case of the Ransacked Lab. Like, I don't... This part isn't necessary, so we'll save some time. You guys can get, like, a decent length video. The first hour is talking about packs and all kinds of stuff. Lost in the Maze, Kellen. I guess we're just gonna keep getting a Kellen until somebody shoots that guy in the face. Watcher of the Hours, Steam Core Scholar, Case of the Locked Hothouse. It doesn't add up. Yeah. So I believe there is serialized cards in the set. I'm either having a fever dream or I saw someone post it. Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Kylox, Experiment 12, Illicit Masquerade, Massacre Girl, Known Killer. I'm not sure if it was a fever dream when I saw it, but I thought I saw serialized cards in the set, so we're going to try to open them. This ring light sucks. I don't know what to do about this ring light situation with the camera, but you basically, either there's glare or the camera just doesn't want to focus on the cards. Kind of zoom out maybe a little bit, that'll help. Yeah, here we go. That'll help. Cryptext, Shadowy Backstreet, Redemption Arc, Relive the Past, Tessa Opulent, Tessa. But yeah, if we go through all the commons and uncommons, like oh, there we go. The Pride of Whole Clade with a hidden ink. This is one of the hidden ink things. So there's a watermark in the text box that's supposed to show up on blacklight, but it's, to the naked eye, it's damn impossible, and to be honest, it's really gimmicky. But I believe there's also Analyze the Pollen and Tangle Trove Keep and Axebane Ferox and an Aurelia. I believe there is serialized cards in the set as well, but that might have been a fever dream while I was up late one night scrolling social media. So if we don't open one, it is what it is. Another Aurelia Law Above. Yeah, see, look at the camera, and it won't pick up the cards. The ring light sucks. Aurelia and another Aurelia. Knowledge is Power. Lamplight Phoenix. Fugitive Codebreaker. And then the commons and uncommons. I don't know how to pull it off. This is not my first video, and I still can't get the camera to focus on. I say it, and then it fucking does it. War Leader's Call. War Leader. Really? War Leader's Call. War Leader's Call. Detective of the Month. Treacherous Greed. Come on. You had it for a sec. Outrageous Robbery. Oh, look, another outrageous robbery. Tessa, Feather, Cryptic Coat, aka, what is it? Invisible Stalker we have at home. In case of the Uneaten Feast. That's the first box. So in the first box, we got a Pride of the Whole Clod Hidden Ink. That's your crocodile, elk, turtle. Because the Simic just, they're going nuts on these experiments. Also, can we appreciate the font on the wrapper? I think the font on the wrapper is really cool. It's got that 80s feel to it. Yeah, like most people don't care about the commons and uncommons, and I don't want to be here until 2 a.m. finding my way through them. Kellen, Doorkeeper Thrall, On the Trail, Connecting the Dots, and a Elegant Parlor. These are rare lands. I wish that I could hold them. Oh, I can hold them here and it'll work. Cool. Delaney, Streetwise Lookout, Reenact the Crime, Take the Bait, Drag the Canal, Axebane Ferox, commons and uncommons. Here's where the comments blow up. Oh, I didn't get to see the comment. Go to the spoiler list. Connecting the Dots, Commercial District, Eye of the Duskmantle. Eye of the Duskmantle. We open an Eye of the Duskmantle. Unyielding Gatekeeper. Case of the Stash Skeleton. You know what I didn't do? I didn't make a long box for sorting this stuff. Lush Porticio. Vanifar. Hot Pursuit. Hide in Plain Sight. Undercity Sewers. Clue Token. Unyielding Gatekeeper. Audience with Trostani. True Identity. Prophet's Edict Memory. Eidetic Memory, sorry. War Leader's Call. A Pride of the Whole Clod. Sharp Eye Rookie. Merchant of Truth. Assassin's Trophy. Oh yeah. Rip My Wallet. Cryptex. Rip my reprint of my, another card out of my collection. Just don't invest in anything, kids, unless you're investing in reserve lists, because clearly everything else is a game piece. Audience with Trostani. Krenko, Baron of Tin Street. Ransom Note. Treacherous Greed. And a Thundering Falls. How do you guys feel about the new, I think the boys are calling them Dumpy Lands? Or Dumpy Duels? Kyle likes his Woe Strider. Niv Mizzet Guild Pack. That's my boy, Niv Mizzet. I love Niv Mizzet. He's one of my favorite characters. He should be a Planeswalker. Final Word Phantom. Cryptic Coat. And Kylox. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the new fetchables? The ETB Tap Surveil lands for playability. I know in standard fixing is fixing, but Coated Falcon, Analyze the Pollen, Feather, Kylox's Volstrator, Hide in Plain Sight. I know that Fixing is Fixing and Drag the Canal, Meticulous Archive, Immortal Obligation, Hunted Bone Brute, Drag the Canal. But like, do you really want tap lands to do it? Now I will say that for eternal play, meaning not standard, specifically sets with fetch lands, so modern, legacy, and vintage, I don't think they will get a ton of play. I think that possibly you could see singleton copies played in certain decks, per se, maybe in Yawgmoth in Modern, you could see the green-black one played. Undercity Sewers, Azoni, Mob Verdict, Leyline of the Guild Pack. This card's been getting a lot of talk about it. Vanifar. But I think outside of that, there's not a ton of decks that want both a tap land and then also to mill. You kind of have to look at it from like, where would you play? Would you play? Oh, Tristani 3 Whispers with the Hidden Ink. Try to rotate this around so you guys can see. Oh, I think that's the best angle on it. You can kind of see the watermark Hidden Ink thing. I wish I had a blacklight in here, because I'd hit all the Hidden Ink cards with a blacklight. So that's 2 out of 2 boxes. Assemble the Prayers, Counterpoint, No Witnesses, Deadly Cover-Up. But yeah, I would try to figure out a way to show those off to you guys if I had one, or if I could think of one. Unfortunately, I don't. But yeah, so I think Pioneer will probably play the dump lands. Steam Core Scholar, Lazav, Wearer Faces, Murko Obsessive Theorist, Expedited Inheritance, Izoni, Center of Web. But yeah, I think that Pioneer ends up playing them. Let's see, maybe one in Phoenix. But again, it seems a lot of decks just need their mana on curve, so like there's not a point to playing tap lands. The Zoni, Center of Web, Assemble the Prayers, Tangle Grove Kelp, Prophet's Attic Memory, Homicidal Investigator. So like, I'm trying to see where these lands are going to have a home, if so, outside of standard. Dredge. I can see Dredge using them for Modern, and then Legacy. Just replace your... speed things up a little bit. If you can turn one fetch into one of these lands and then just bury a creature. Officious Interrogation, Judith Carnage Carnosaur, Trouble in Pairs, Assassin's Trophy, and Officious Interrogation. We're hitting a lot of the same rares in the same pack, just in different frames, which kind of sucks. Krenko's Buzz Crusher, Wojak Investigator, On the Trail, Outrageous Robbery, Archdruid's Charm. This card's fire. And that was the last one. Leyline of the Guild Pack, Tessa, Oplant, Oligarch, Unshakable Trail, 10th District Hero, a Russia's Theater, you got another Hidden Ink, an Aurelia's Vindicator, kind of see the watermark there. So we are 3 for 3 on this. So looking like 1 per box. Undercity Stewards, Ransom Note, Blood Spatter Analysis, Krinko, Baron of 10th Street. So if that's the math, 1 per box. Clue, Tolsmir, Midnight's Light, Kaya, Spirit's Justice. That's the only Planeswalker in the set. I'm gonna read this card. I don't think I read it. Whenever one or more creatures you control and or creature cards in your graveyard are put in exile, you may choose a creature card from among them until end of turn. Target token you control becomes a copy of it, except it has flying. That could be really good with the collect evidence mechanic. Surveil 2, then exile a card from a graveyard. Create a 1/1 white black spirit creature token with flying. Exile target creature you control for each other player. Exile up to 1 target creature that player controls. Alright. She doesn't seem terrible. Cost, Eyes of the Glade. Lost in the Maze. Prophets. Eidetic Memory. Bulk. Yeah, she doesn't seem bad for standard. Some of the Prayers, Audience with Tristani, Nelly Borka, Barbed Servitor, and Thundering Falls. Assassin's Trophy, Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods, Show-Stopping Surprise, Doppelgang, Tristani 3 Whispers, I'm hopeful that we're going to pull some more fire. Hunted Bone Brute, Rosh's Theater, Print Lifter Ooze, Pyrotechnic Performer, Hide in Plain Sight. Reenact the Crime, Tolsmir's Midnight Light, Veiled Ascension, Covered Falcon, Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Aurelia, The Law Above, Delenny, Streetwise Lookout, Bolt Bender, Archdruid's Charm, Drag the Canal. We got 3 boxes left in this case. That's all the misses. That'll be a little bit late. Let's get the fucking cellophane off the rest of this shit. Oh, there goes all the cussing. Demonetize me. Demonetize me, YouTube. I dare you. Nobody watches the videos enough for it to matter. Scooby-Doo, where are you? This song is copywritten. how much of a savage I am. Just gonna rip 3 boxes. No stops, no breaks. And then I'm gonna turn around. And I'm gonna fucking do it again. Pride of the Whole Clod, Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, Nelly Borka, Lamplight Phoenix, and Case of the Ransacked Lab. Looking for the big heaters. Homicide Investigator, Assemble the Prayers, Knowledge is Power, Leyline of the Guild Pact, Case of the Locked House. Cryptic Coat, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Copy the Catchers, Cryptic Coat, Lazat, Wearer of Faces. Oh. I feel like I swallowed air. It's really uncomfortable. Maybe I'm having a heart attack. Fucking fat. Age Maze, Underground Mortuary, Hot Pursuit, No Witnesses, Aurelia, the Law Above. Lamplight Phoenix, Doorkeeper Thrall, Veiled Ascension, Treacherous Greed, Massacre Girl, Known Killer. Aurelia's Vindicator, World Souls Rage, Morska Undersea Sleuth, Connecting the Dots, Fugitive Codebreaker. Cryptex, Lazav, Sophia Dodge Dogged Detective, Undergrowth Recon, Deadly Cover-Up, so Undergrowth Recon has been getting a lot of talk between at least me and the boys about legacy play. Judith, Carnage Carnosaur, Delaney, Streetwise Lookout, Detective of the Month, Axebade Ferox, and Elegant Parlor. So the talk amongst the boys and I about that's what it is. Undergrowth Recon. I never remember the names of these damn cards. Is that you would play it in Legacy in like lands or possibly in 12 post. And then as you wasteland your opponents or you break your sagas or you discard lands for like either hand size or for your other effects like Mox Diamond and whatnot, you would then get those lands back. War Leader's Call, Krenko, Panoptic Projector, Illicit Masquerade, and World Souls Revenge. World Souls Revenge. Sorry, World Souls Rage. I couldn't read the first name enough that I fucked the second part of the name up. Jesus Christ, this pack. But yeah. So that was the logic, was like Coveted Falcon, War Leader's Call, Cost, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Hedge Maze. That you could use the Undergrowth Recon to basically get you the value that you would get out of just playing the lands by using them for other effects and then just getting them in your upkeep. Outrageous Robbery, Elegant Parlor, Eye of the Duskmantle, Krenko's Buzz Crusher, Axebane Ferox. The other thing is like, it's like anti-wasteland tech. It's like your opponent's going to wasteland you, and then you're just going to take the land and put it back into play anyway. It does enter tapped, so you don't get to use it that turn, but if you have something like Spelunking, yeah. Treacherous Greed, Niv Mizzet Guild Pact, Prisoner's Dilemma, Relive the Past, and Case of the Stash Skeleton. It also means that, like, in Standard, you could build a, like, mono green land destruction. Because you have Field of Ruin, Demolition Field, and then you have Sunken Citadel, which taps for 2 for activated abilities. And then you have Blossoming Tortoise, Spelunking, and now that card, the Undergrowth Recon. I don't think there's anything that allows you to play additional land drops other than like the Spelunking trigger. But that does put you in a position where you're cycling these lands back and forth over and over and over again. Meanwhile, you're on the beatdown plan with your turtle and whatever green beater you want to put in the deck. Agras costs Spirit of Justice Hidden Ink card. He actually has Note to self. Look into Judith's can't make out the word something. Look into Judith's motives. Something about it smells funny. And then a question mark and a Rakdos symbol. That is his hidden text. It's very difficult to make out because it's a bunch of fine line work. So it's very difficult to make out and figure out what's going on with it. Anzrag, the Quake Mole, Immortal Obligation, Hunted Bone Brute, Undercity Sewers. That was out of the last pack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or was that the first pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was out of the first pack of that one. So we still have 4 of them. Yeah, we're in the box 5. So we didn't get one in the last box. Errata, Deadly Fugitive, Collex, Visionary Inventor, Unshakable Tail, Hide in Plain Sight, Doorkeeper Thrall. Drag the Canal, Intrude on the Mine, Trouble in Pairs, Kylox's Volstrider, and Cryptic Coat. Undercity Sewers, Shadowy Backstreet, Ransom Note, Prophets, Eidetic Memory, and Leyline of the Guild Pack. Anzrag the Quake Mole, Wojak Investigator, Print Lifter Ooze, Assassin's Trophy, and Izoni Center of the Web. Yeah, the enchantment seems good. Connecting the dots. World Soul's Rage, Otherworldly Escort, Outrageous Robbery, and Vein Ripper. we got a special guest, a fabricate, forensic gadgeteer, Mirko, obsessive theorist, cryptic coat, and Alquist prophet, master sleuth. That's the guy on the front of the boxes. He's the master sleuth. Reenact the crime, analyze the pollen, redemption arc, hunted bone brute, and Tessa, opulent oligarch. No witnesses. Ezerim, agency chief, knowledge is power, ley line of the guild pack, forensic gadgeteer. Audience with Tristani, Lush Porticio, Detective of the Month, No Witnesses, and Judith Carnage Connoisseur. Oh, got another one here. That is another Massacre Girl known killer. So we will sleeve her up. And we are still 1 for 1 on boxes of. We seem to be one a box. Then I have extras from the boys. But we've got 2 Massacre Girls so far. Homicide investigator, feather, connect the dots, analyze the pollen. I guess we got the other guy in the last box. Undergrowth recon. Niv-Mizzet Guild Pact, Bolt Bender, Drag the Canal, Coveted Falcon. Alright, in the last box of the case. I have not seen anything serialized. I believe there are serialized cards in the set. Blood Spatter Analysis, Rakdos Patron of Chaos, Follow the Bodies, Urgent Necropsy, and a Steam Core Scholar. Krinko, Baron of Tin Street, Judith Carnage Connoisseur, Serene Sleuth, Connecting the Dots, and a Leyline of the Guild Pact. Underground Mortuary, Russious Theater, Show-Stopping Surprise, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Ezrim Agency Chief. Back. Ingraz Rampage, Reenact the Crime, Merchant of Truth, Prophet's Eidetic Memory, Ingraz Rampage. Anne's Rags. We got an Ezrim Agency Chief, Homicide Investigator, Counterpoint, Drag the Canal, Treacherous Greed. Alquist Prophet, Master Sleuth, Thundering Falls, Cost Eyes of the Glade, Outrageous Robbery, Reenact the Crime. So, talk about it real quick. Reenact the Crime is a dope card, and Conspiracy Unraveler with the Hidden Ink. Looks like a maze there. A maze with like an X in the center. Yeah, maze with an X in the center. Oh, it's a path that's been drawn out through the maze. That's kind of cool. it's textured. You can feel it. That's cool. Yeah. Krenko, Experiment 12, Cryptex, Shadowy Backstreet. Meticulous Archive, Elegant Parlor, Armed with Profit, Lost in the Maze, Connecting the Dots. We haven't seen a serialized card, which makes me think that there isn't serialized in the sets. So I'm going to check. Hide in Plain Sight, War Leader's Call, Sophia, Dog Detective, Assassin's Trophy, Expedite Inheritance. Yeah, I'm going to... Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods, Ansrag, the Quake Mole, Mob Verdict, Pyrotechnic Performer, Audience with Tristani. I am gonna Doorkeeper Thrall, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Panoptic Projector, 10th Street Hero, Doppelgang, and last pack of the box, which is also the last pack of the case. Massacre Girl, Known Killer, Assemble the Players, Take the Bait, Doppelgang, Tolsmere Midnight's Light. So I'm gonna look real quick. So there are serialized cards. Oh, they're at a 250. Well, we didn't hit a serialized card, which is weird. Because normally you get, if there is a serialized card, you get one in a case. So now I'm questioning whether they're in the commons uncommon slot. Gotta get these out of my way regardless. Try to see if maybe the serialized cards are in not the rare slot, but the commons and uncommon slot, kind of like how they were for Lord of the Rings. In which case, if they are, we can open the next box on the lookout. And if they're not, or we don't have one, it's going to feel very odd to have opened a full case with no serialize, especially when we just did Ravnica Remastered. But we hit a serialize out of each case. So it's kind of odd that you would go that drastic on pull rates. Hoping that I just missed it. It's not looking good. Yeah, it's looking like it's not hidden in the commons and uncommons. So that would mean that we opened the case and there wasn't a serialized on it. Which, if that's the case, then these serialized cards will be a little bit more pricey because they're not going to be opened as frequent. Which, on one hand, is it's good. But on the other hand, I like them. I like opening the good stuff for you guys. So, without them, it kind of sucks. Well, that seems to be the first case down. grab the second case out of here. Feels so weird because, like, normally I would be sitting in here in my office listening to music, and it's dead quiet because I can't listen to music while I record. Whole like copyright thing. But yeah, looks like we ripped the first case with no serialized card at all. If it's a situation where like you're not hitting serialized in each case, it's harder to get these things this time around. I mean, we're opening a hidden ink every box. Basically, the hidden ink pull rate is the same as the additional Shockland in Rav Remastered. Look at this. Alright, let's get cracked in. Unyielding Gatekeeper, Russious Theater, Innocuous Researcher, Axebane, Ferox, and Warrior's Call. These are going to be a little too tall, so I'm going to move some of the multicolor down just to have plenty of space. Alright. Deadly Cover-Up, Toastmaster's Midnight Light, Takeover of Kelp, Urgent Necropsy, Blood Spatter Analysis. God, having a stroke trying to put that away. Judith, Carnage Carnosaur, Aurelia the Law Above, Trouble in Pairs, Lamplight Phoenix, 10th District Hero. Commercial District, Audience with Tostani, Ransom Note, Treacherous Greed, Steam Core Scholar. Urgent Necropsy, Fugitive Codebreaker, On the Trail, Cryptic Coat, Kylox's Volt Strider. Ill-Timed Explosion, Delaney, Streetwise Lookout, Unshakable Tail, Hunted Brute, Kylox's Visionary Inventor. Another Argus Koss, Spirit of Justice with the Hidden Ink treatment. I showed him off already, so I'm not going to try to get his stuff in queue. Undercity Sewers, Mirko, Obsessive Theorist, Leyline the Guild Pack, Ezram, Agency Chief. I'm not going to try to like finagle him up near the camera because it was very difficult to try to make out what he said the first time we opened them. Fugitive Codebreaker, Errata Deadly Fugitive, Nelly Borka, No Witnesses, Anzrag's Rampage. Lost in the Maze, Krenko, Show-Stopping Surprise, Connect the Dots, Undergrowth Recon. Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Kellen, Veiled Ascension, Drag the Canal, Reenact the Crime. We talked about a couple cards in the set. Aurelia the Law Above, Meticulous Archive, Paintlifter Ooze, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Shadowy Backstreet. I want to talk about Reenact the Crime. I am really hyped about building a deck around that card. Atrata, Deadly Fugitive, Analyze the Pollen, Bolt Bender, Hide in Plain Sight, Connect the Dots. I'm really excited to try to build basically a Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Reenact the Crime, Otherworldly Escort, Blood Spatter Analysis, Treacherous Green. Trying to figure out some way to break that card, whether it's in Modern or Pioneer or Legacy. Judith Carnage Connoisseur, Commercial District, Final Word Phantom, Archdruid's Charm, Reenact the Crime. And we are opening quite a few of them, so it'll be easy for me to put a playset together and brew with them. Cryptex, Vanifar, Ransom Note, Deadly Cover-Up, Shadowy Backstreet, and Curious Cadaver. Nope, that's an uncommon. Fuck him. War Leader's Call, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Immortal Obligation, Coveted Falcon, Expedite Inheritance. Outrageous Robbery, Hedge Maze, Mob Verdict, Ill-Timed Explosion, Connect the Dots. Treacherous Greed, Audience with Tristani, Counterpoint, Krenko's Buzz Crusher, and Audience with Tristani. I'm reading this Ill-Timed Explosion. Card actually doesn't seem bad. Draw 2, may discard 2. When you do, deal X damage to each creature, where X is the greatest mana value and 1 card is discarded this way. I mean, I don't feel bad about pitching an Emrakul and Through the Breach and 15ing the whole board. That's a draw 2, discard 2. So that's a Faithless Looting with a Better Than Blasphemous Ash attached to it for 4 mana. I think it's decent. Homicide Investigator, Officious Interrogator, On the Trail, Steam Core Scholar, and Tolsmere Midnight Light. Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, Incinerator of the Guilty, Take the Bait, Kylox's Vostrider, and Doppelgang. Doppelgang is cute. There's somebody's using algebra and all the maths to figure out how many tokens you make if you copy like a clue with an Academy manufacturer. It's stupid. Alquist Prophet, Master Sleuth, Underground Mortuary, True Identity, Illicit Masquerade, and No Witnesses. It's It's a lot. Cryptic Coat, Forensic Gadgeteer, Merchant of Truth, Revive the Past, and Wojak Investigator. Alright. We got another Aurelia's Vindicator, an Azrim Agency Thief, an Eye of Duskmantle, an Axebane Ferox, and a Barbed Servitor. We're getting the same hidden thingies over and over again, which is kind of lame. Hopefully we don't end up with triples of any of them. Hedge Maze, Lush Porticio, Hot Pursuit, Lamplight Phoenix, and a Kaya Spirits Justice. We're about an hour in. I bet if I wouldn't have looked back through that box, we would be through another box. Drag the Canal, Commercial District, Hot Pursuit, Doppelgang, and a Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. Another Niv Mizzet Guild Pack, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Follow the Bodies, Pyrotechnic Performer, and a Homicide Investigator. Thundering Falls, Niv Mizzets, that's 3 Niv Mizzets in a row, Hot Pursuit, No Witnesses, and an Azrang's Rampage. Undercity Sewers, another Niv Mizzet, Mirko, Coveted Falcon, Archdruid's Charm. Connecting the Dots, Hedge Maze, Innocuous Researcher, Archdruid's Charm, Rakshas Theater. Anzrag the Quake Mole, Vanifar, Ransom Note, Ill-Timed Explosion, and Anzrag the Quake Mole. Lush Porticio, Audience with Tristani, Teska, Judith's Hellhound, Deadly Cover-Up, and Krinko, Baron Kinstreet. Unyielding Gatekeeper, Incinerator of the Guilty, Morska, Undersea Sleuth, Steam Core Scholar, Prophets, Eidetic Memory, Deadly Cover-Up, Officious Interrogator, Armed with Proof, Axebane Ferox, Thundering Falls. Commercial District, Underground Mortuary, Foreboding Steamboat, Illicit Masquerade, Hide in Plain Sight. Ill-Timed Explosion, Conspiracy Unraveler, Prisoner's Dilemma, Krinko's Bud Crusher, and a Wojak Investigator. There we go, another Anzrag the Quake Mole. So, that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 duplicates. I'm gonna say that there's more than 7 of these cards. Forensic Gadgeteer, Redemption Arc, Relive the Past, Karlov's Visionary Inventor. Fugitive Codebreaker, War Leader's Call, Watcher of the Hours, Hunted Bone Brute, and Vanifar, the Evolved Enigma. Pyrotechnic Performer, Hedge Maze, Morska, Connecting the Dots, Reenact the Crime. Kellen, Fugitive Codebreaker, Havoc Eater, Drag the Canal, Shadowy Backstreet. There we go. Delaney Streetwise Lookout. Tailing Judith 202. Note for Kaya. She's got Tailing Judith 20Z, and then Note for Kaya 8Z, Stinkweed in Lavinia's something. Let's see if I can. Oh, here we go. Tailing Judith 20 ounce, Note for Kaya 820Z, Note for Kaya 8Z, Stinkweed in Lavinia's Pocket 12Z. I don't know what the Z's are for. Kylock's Visionary Inventor, Ransom Note, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Connect the Dots. I just know that it's cool to open not another duplicate of those guys. Izone, Center of the Web, Lush Porticio, Watcher of Hours, Hide in Plain Sight, Audience with Tristani. Expedited Inheritance, Vanifar, Tesca, Prophet's Eidetic Memory, Expedited Inheritance. Live the Past, Forensic Gadgeteer, Charnel Serenade, Assassin's Trophy, Doppelgang. Analyze Pollen, Anzrag's Rampage, True Identity, Urgent Necropsy, Tulsmere Midnight's Light. Tessa, Kellen, Marov Deep Operative, Octopus Rogue, Outrageous Robbery, Wojek Investigator. Prophets, Eidetic Memory, Izoni, Final Word Phantom, 10th District Hero, and No Witnesses. Elegant Parlor, Lazav Wearer Faces, Serene Sleuth, Cryptex, Barb Servitor. District Hero, Commercial District, Innocuous Research, Blood Spatter Analysis, Commercial District. So, We are 10 through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the 2 they handed me earlier. Yeah, we're still running strong on 1 hidden ink per box. Treacherous Greed, Forensic Gadgets Gear, Merchant of Truth, Connecting the Dots, Hunted Bone Root. I think that I'm getting close to having to get up and crack my back. Homicide Investigator, Conspiracy Unraveler, Ransom Note, Drag the Canal, and Intrude the Mind. Intrude the Mind's a cool card. That's the FOF, but you pick the piles. Like, you make the piles, and then your opponent gives you 1, and then you make a Thopter equal to the piles that you didn't take. Expedited Inheritance, Ezram Agency's Thief, Chief, Follow the Bodies, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Leyline Guild Pack. We were talking, you just 5-0 the pile. You're like, give me 5 cards, or I'm going to make a 5/5 flyer. Cryptic Coat, or Leader's Call, Mirko, Obsessive Theorist, Hide in Plain Sight, Blood Spatter Analysis. Which, like, doesn't seem bad. Get in there. A third Massacre Girl. I mean, you like to see the hits, but you fucking hate to see them like that. Portitio, Innocuous Research, Prophet's Eidetic Memory, 10th District Hero. Like, that's, again, like, to get 3 of the same one kind of sucks. Hedge Maze, Homicidal Investigator, Tesca, Judith's Hellhound, Assassin's Trophy, Steam Core Servant. Steam Core Scholar, sorry. Lamplight Phoenix, Kylox, Visionary Inventor, Armed with Proof, Outrageous Robbery, Ezram, Agency Chief. Forensic Gatherers here, Shadowy Backstreet, Morska, Undersea Sleuth, 10th District Hero, Treacherous Gift. Oh yeah, I can feel it in my back. I'm not going to make it into the last box. I'm going to rip these couple of packs and then I'm going to crack my back. Tessa, Wojek Investigator, Foreboding Steamboat, Blood Spatter Analysis, Anne's Rags Rampage. Got a Wojek Investigator, Alcor's Prophet, Master Sleuth, Prisoner's Dilemma, Cryptex, and Reenact the Crime. The Pride of Holclad, Analyze the Pollen, Redemption Arc, Lost in the Maze, Shadowy Backstreet. Blood Spatter Analysis, Vein Ripper, Watcher of Hours, Barb Servitor, Expedited Inheritance. Alright. Oh, give me just a moment. Stretch that out. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Well, we have one more box in this case, you need to get one of those padded pillows or something for lumbar support. And then we'll crack into the third case. Lost in the Maze, Ezram's agency chief, Trouble in Pairs, Kylox's Volstrider, Drag the Canal. Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Lush Porticio, Experiment 12, Lamplight Phoenix, Deadly Cover-Up. Tragic Slip. What is it? Special Guest. Homicide Investigator. Tangle Drove Kelp. And Leyline of the Guild Pack in an Elegant Parlor. Cryptex. Kylox, Visionary Inventor, Knowledge is Power, Cryptic Coat, Axbane Ferox. Call right now, you think this box is going to have a duplicate of one of our hidden inks? Or Leader's Call, Shadowy Backstreet, Ransom Note, No Witnesses, Case of the Stash Skeleton. I think it's going to be another duplicate. Judith, Carnage Carnosaur, Analyze the Pollen, Cost, Eyes of the Glade, Treacherous Greed, Undercity Sewers. And I think we're gonna double and triple up on another one here. Oh, yeah, called it. Conspiracy Unraveler. That is another double up. So, 2 Conspiracy Unravelers, 2 Azrags, 3 Massacre Girls, 2 Argus, Ugras, 2 Aurelia's Vindicator, and then Tristani, the Pride of the Coldclade, and Delaney. It's really weird. They're all mythics as well. So it's not like we're hitting doubles of like commons or like uncommons or rares. We're hitting doubles and triples of mythics. Wojak Investigator, Otherworldly, Escort, Connect the Dots, and a War Leader's Call. Outrageous Robbery, Alquist's Prophet, Detective of the Month, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Case of the Ransacked Lab. Lazab, Wearer of Faces, Vein Ripper, Feather, Prophet's Memory, Cryptex. Treacherous Greed, Elegant Parlor, Bolt Bender, Drag the Canal, Case of the Locked Hothouse. Pride of Hulklod, Yaris, Serene Sleuth, Undergrowth Recon, and Aurelia. Homicide Investigator, World Soul's Rage, Unshakable Tale, Outrageous Robbery, Fugitive Codebreaker. Alright. Let's stack these these commons uncommons in these case boxes for the boys. And get stuck in on case number trace. Well, to my knowledge, the other mini case from this master case did not produce a serialized card. That being said, I did walk over here to start the video, to restart the video, and open these cases while the boys were still working on opening their case. We'd all break for lunch. So I don't know what they produced out of theirs, if it was serialized or not. In fact, I'm going to shoot Ashton a message real quick to bring me the hidden ink and the serialized cards from their polls, so that I can line it up. So I want to know what the repetitive rate is on the hidden ink, and then I also want to know if we perfect. Thank you, sir. Were these the only two?
Those are the only two that I pulled. I thought Ashton might have brought his over. If not, I'll go.
John brought me two earlier, so and it looks like it's
from him.
It looks like one per box.
Okay, let me go grab Ashton.
Yeah. That was hard. So it looks like we have another conspiracy unraveler, which, if I'm correct on my count, that means we have 3 of those. Yes. 3 of those, and then 3 of the Master Girls. And then an Alquist Proft Master Sleuth. I'm going to try to let you guys see what it says here while I try to read it as well. These are notes on his own card itself. There's a little arrow that says, but of course, pointed at legendary. Vigilance, and then also, comma, handsome, comma, genius, with a magnifying glass. And then on the bottom, it says, the bottom, like right here, is like an eye with some crystals. And then this is WSUM or WSUF. Looks like some letters, but they're like bubble letters. Or they might be like puzzle pieces. I don't know. But I assume that he will be walking back over here with 2 more invisible ink pulls, since it's balancing out to be 2 per box. And we are cracking into that last case. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 6, 12. Yeah, they should have 2 more, and I should open 6 more here if it's 1 per box. And we're still waiting to see where that serialized, if any, will come from. Wojak Investigator, Officious Interrogator, Counterpoint, Blood Spatter Analysis, Hunted Bone Root. Turn these a little bit more. Get them a little bit more out of my Wii. Thopter, Lazav, Wearer of Faces, Thundering Falls, Experiment 12, Cryptex, and Blood Spatter Analysis. Blood Spatter Analysis, Krinko, Sophia, Dogged Detective, Lost in the Maze, a 10th District Hero. Move these down here. Krinko, Elegant Parlor, Mob Verdict, Barb Servitor, Kylox's Volt Strider. Underground Mortuary, Lazav, Wearer of Faces, Immortal Obligation, Doppelgang, Steam Core Scholar. Anzrag's Rampage, Vein Ripper, Unexplained Absence, Pyrotechnic Performer, Kylox, Visionary Inventor. Ezram, Agency Chief, Anzrag, the Quake Mole, Take the Bait, Coveted Falcon, and Undergrowth Recon. Alquist Prophet, Master Sleuth, Hidden Ink. So that's another duplicate. Kellen, Foreboding Steamboat, Archdruid's Charm, Ezram, Agency's Chief. Oh. Meticulous Archive, Delenny, Streetwise Outlook, Detective of the Month, Ill-Timed Explosion, Anzrag's Rampage. Hide in Plain Sight, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Eye of the Dusk Mantle, Deadly Cover-Up, and Reenact the Crime. Doorkeeper Thrall, Underground Mortuary, Panoptic Projector, Steam Core Scholar, Shadowy Backstreet. Doppelgang, Doorkeeper Thrall, Redemption Arc, Axebane Ferox, Connecting the Dots. Shirt's riding up again. Ooh. Treacherous Greed, Wojek Investigator, Merchant of Truth, Hunted Bone Brute, Lush Porticio, Alquist Proft, Veiled Ascension, Leyline of the Guild Pack, and Rakdos Patron of Chaos. Aurelia's Vindicator, Elegant Parlor, Bolt Bend, No Witnesses, Krenko's Buzz Crusher. Ooh, we got a Victimize. That is our special guest. Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Duskana, the Rage Mother. Connecting the Dots. Assemble the Players. Homicide Investigator, Intrude the Mind, Unshakable Tale, Drag the Canal, Toll Smear, another Agris Koss, Spirit of Justice. That makes 3 Agris Koss. That makes 3 Agris Koss. Thundering Falls. Painlifter Ooze, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Conspiracy Raveler. Cryptic Coat, World Soul's Rage, Cost Eyes of the Glade, Hide in Plain Sight, Ill-Timed Explosion. Hedge Maze, Judith, Carnage Carnosaur, Otherworldly Escort, Expedited Inheritance, Lost in the Maze. Lamplight Phoenix, Rausch's Theater, Follow the Bodies, Prophet's Addict Memory, War Leader's Call. Tessa, Opulent, Oligarch, Niv Mizzet Guild Pack. God, I like the art on that. Morov, Deep Operative, Assassin's Trophy, Unyielding Gatekeeper. Forensic Gadgeteer, Homicide Investigator, Ransom Note, Outrageous Robbery, and Meticulous Archive. Last pack of this box. Tulsmere Midnight's Light, Anzrag's Rampage, Show-Stopping Surprise, 10th District Hero, and a Lamplight Phoenix. Alright, on to box number 3 of case number 3. Relive the Past, Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods, Mob Verdict, Drag the Canal, and Treacherous Greed. Analyze the Pollen, Raucous Theater, Morov, Deep Operative, Outrageous Robbery, Steam Core Scholar. Into the next pack. Prophet's Etic Memory, Tulsmere Midnight's Light, Otherworldly Escort, Lost in the Maze, Ezram's Agency Chief. Elegant Parlor, Kellen, Inquisitive Prodigy, Counterpoint, Undergrowth Recon, Anzrag's Rampage. Tenth District Hero, Fugitive Codebreaker, On the Trail, Assassin's Trophy, Reenact the Crime. Barbed Servitor, Analyze the Pollen, Take the Bait, Pyrotechnic Performer, and Shadowy Backstreet. There we go. Another Hidden Ink. Got an Aurelia's Vindicator. That gives us 3 Vindicators. 3 Vindicators. So doubles, singles, single, single, triple, 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 double. These, let's go through the rest of the pack. Intrude the Mind, Ransom Note, 10th District Hero, Connect the Dots. Russia's Theater, Undercity Sewers, Immortal Obligation, Doppelgang, Audience with Tristani. I think I'm going to pick a pair of... I might as well just pick up a playset. Just pick up a playset of each of the fetchables. Illicit Masquerade, Lazov, Wearer of Faces. That's a cool... I like the showcase work on that. That's cool. Eye of the Dusk Mantle, Hide in Plain Sight, and Expedited Inheritance. Archduke's Charm, Tristani, Hot Pursuit, Barbed Servitor, Doppelgang. Like, what's the worst case? I buy a playset of them and I don't use any of them. Maybe that would be the Cycle Lands, and Amonkhet, and a couple other things. Beat Up Clue. Tristani, Atra, Follow the Bodies, Blood Spatter Analysis, and Tulsmere. Last pack of this box, Kaya Spirit's Justice, Krenko, Mirko, Archdruid's Charm, and No Witnesses. Alright, we're on to box 4. We got 3 boxes left, and this is going to be a long video. Commercial District, Judith, Experiment 12, Pyrotechnic Performer, Thundering Falls. Ill-timed it's starting to itch my arm. Ill-timed explosion, Rosh's Theater, Sophia, Covered Falcon, Tristani. Fugitive Codebreaker, Vein Ripper, Mob Verdict, Archdruid's Charm, and Hide in Plain Sight. Lost in the Maze, Homicide Investigator, Armed with Proof, Ill-timed Explosion, and Drag the Canal. Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Kellen, Take the Bait, Deadly Cover-Up, Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Niv Mizzet, Guild Pact, Thundering Falls, Foreboding Steamboat, Steamed Core Scholar, and Aurelia's Vindicator. Lush Portitio, Andrag's Rampage, Cost, Rise of the Glade, 10th District Hero, and Homicide Investigator. Unyielding Gatekeeper, Alquist Proft, Follow the Bodies, Bloodspatter Analysis, Archdruid's Charm. Deadly Cover-Up, Elegant Parlor, Show-Stopping Surprise, Lost in the Maze, and Officious Interrogator. Oh, another Tragic Slip, Yaris, a Counterpoint, a Cryptex, Aurelia's Theater. There we go. Atrada Deadly Fugitive. This is cool. This is cool for the invisible ink. We've got, I'm gonna try to get it where you guys can see it. Come on, focus. Get down a little bit. Let's see if maybe it'll tilt and show. But she has a bunch of fangs drawn in her text box, and it says fangs. One of them's got like little blood droplets coming off of it and stuff because she's a vampire assassin. So that's cool. So that is that. Officious Interrogation, Serene Sleuth, Barb Servitor, Krenko. Lazav, Thunderous Falls, Merchant of Truth, Doppelgang, Prophet's Memory. Alright. We got 2 boxes worth of packs left. We got 2 boxes left because I ripped the boxes open already. Oh, back hurts. We still haven't seen a serialized card. They exist. Etra, Deadly Fugitive, Elegant Parlor, Nelly Borka, Leyland the Guild Pack, Hide in Plain Sight. Cryptex, Anzrag, Knowledge is Power, Expedite Inheritance, Kylox, War Leader's Call, World Soul's Rage, Redemption Arc, No Witnesses, and Drag the Canal. Outrageous Robbery, Sharp-Eyed Rookie, Copy the Catchers, Connect the Dots, Deadly Cover-Up, Treacherous Greed, Underground Mortuary, Hot Pursuit, Drag the Canal, Vanifar, Homicide Investigator, Audience with Tristani, Morska, Unyielding Gatekeeper, Elegant Dweller. Delaney Streetwise Lookout. Duplicate on Delaney, so we can move Delaney from our singleton to our doubles pile. We got a Vanifar, a Serene Sleuth, a Hide in Plain Sight, and an Axebane Ferox. Cryptic Coat, Aurelia, Havoc Eater, Prophet's Attic Memory, Case of the Stash Skeleton. Hedgemaze, Doorkeeper Thrall, Watcher of Hours, Assassin's Trophy, and a War Leader's Call. Everybody that I know is excited about Assassin's Trophy being in Standard again. Make the rule deck even better. Or the Golgari deck better. Lamplight Phoenix, Ezrim, Teska, Outrageous Robbery, and an Undercity Sewers. Give green, black, just basically unconditional removal. There's not a lot of basics being played in Standard currently. Forensic Gadgeteer, Meticulous Archive, Charnel Serenade, 10th District Hero, and a Cryptix. Last pack of box 5 of case 3. Field of the Dead Special Guest. Wow, is that a cathedral? What is that? Yeah, it looks like a cathedral with a bunch of bodies in the floorboard. Get in close on that art. That is creepy and dope. I know I didn't do that with a lot of the cards, but that one's really cool. Agris, Ransom Note, Blood Spatter Analysis, and a Case of the Ransacked Lab. Alright. The last box. Try to get this under 3 hours, but we probably won't. Anzrag, Forensic Gadgeteer, Unshakable Tail, Deadly Cover-Up, Krenko's Buzz Crusher. Meanwhile, the boys are trying to figure out where the last of the hidden ink cards are, because they opened 6 boxes and they only got me 4. Somebody is dumb. Meticulous Archive, Assemble the Players, Trouble in Pairs, Axebane Ferox, Revolve the Past. I just wanted to see which ones they are and let you guys see which ones we opened and see what the doubles and triples rates are. Eyes On, Veiled Ascension, Illicit Masquerade, and Incinerator of the Guilty. The card's really cool. It's just way too costly to play in basically any constructed format. Like, I wish that there was like a hard ramp, but unfortunately there just isn't. There's no like good mana dorks in Standard. Underground Mortuary, Kylox, Final Word Phantom, Pyrotechnic Performer, and Yaris of the Roar of the Old Gods. Kylox, Wash Portitio, Tangle Grove Kelp, Archdruid's Charm, and Case of the Uneaten Feast. Intrude on the Mind, Conspiracy Unraveler, On the Trail, Ill-Timed Explosion, and Lush Portitio. Ezrim, Officious Interrogator, Nelly Borka, Steam Core Scholar, and Assembled Players. We got a Wojak Investigator, a Hedge Maze, Armed with the Proof, Lost in the Maze, Case of the Locked Hothouse. 4 packs left. If I rip them fast enough, I could do a small outro, and we could be just at about 2 hours. 3 hours. Aurelia, Tessa, Marov, Barb Servitor, Argris. Blood Spatter Analysis, Anzrag's Rampage, Duska, the Rage Mother, Cryptex, Aurelia, the Law Above. Alright, we got 2 packs left. Krinko, a Fugitive Codebreaker, a True Identity, a Doppelganger, a Fugitive Codebreaker, and our last pack, which should have our Hidden Ink in it. And it does. An Incinerator of the Guilty. With the Hidden Ink, he's got claw marks, claw prints. Paw prints? He got Dragon Feeties in his fucking text box. And then a Kellen, Innocuous Research, Coveted Falcon, Outrageous Robbery. So, that is 3 cases in an hour and 54 minutes. Let's cut over to this. All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We didn't do a whole lot of talking about the cards, just because I was kind of moving along with stuff. I chatted a little bit about the couple of cards that I am excited about for Eternal formats. The Archdruid's Charm is the one that's got the most hype amongst all of them. Especially with Modern Horizons 3 coming, we assume there will be another 3-color Arc Charm. Or another 3-pip monocolor Arc Charm, whether it's the black one, the white one, the red one, whichever one we're gonna get. Whether it's so it's Arc Druid. We got Arc Mage's Charm in Modern Horizons 1. So Arc Shaman, or which could be red, or Arc Priest would be a white one, or Arc Warlock could be a black one, and what they would do and stuff like that. We were kind of chatting last night at Modern about that. This is Tuesday. And then the green enchantment that brings a land back. I'm going to forget the name. It's Undergrowth Recon. Talked about that for Legacy, and then also you could probably build around it in Standard with Field of Ruin and Demolition Field, and then Spelunking, so that your lands come to play on tap. And you could just crack it in end step, blow up somebody's land, force them to go to basic. At a certain point in time, they're going to run out of basics with the majority of the decks in Standard, and then in your upkeep, you just get it back. It doesn't count as your land drop. you get to crack it, do it again. So like you could build a mono green, basically land destruction or resource deniability deck pretty easily. Kind of chatted about Reenact the Crime and how I'm excited to figure out a deck and a way to like break that as far as like replaying stuff out of the graveyard. That's just really good. You might even be able to like mill over cards and recast them that way, because it's a non-land card that was put in the graveyard from anywhere this turn, and it's not your graveyard, it is a graveyard. So you could, in theory, it might be good to play Reenact the Crime in like mill in like Modern and Legacy, because I know that a lot of people will side in Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, or like Kozilek Butcher of Truth or something in order to combat the mill. And because Reenact the Crime is an instant, you can hit those cards, have them hit your opponent, have them mill, they mill into an Eldrazi, and then with the shuffle trigger on the stack, you reenact the crime, exile it. They'll still trigger and reshuffle into their deck, but like if they reshuffle into their deck, but you put an Emrakul on the table and you get the cast trigger, so it can't be countered, and then also you take the extra turn, because it says you make you copy it, and then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So if you hit somebody's Emrakul for like their sideboard tech against you playing mill with your sideboard tech of you're going to bring in Reenact the Crime, or you just play Reenact the Crime and you go, cool, I'll flip into your Prime Time against the Amulet deck, and you're like, I'll cast your Prime Time for 4, I'll get a copy of it, he'll get 2 lands when he enters the battlefield, it'll trigger my crabs, I'll mill you some more. That could do a lot. So I'm excited for Reenact the Crime. I also have thought about in like basically a Through the Breach style build, playing effects that would mill you or have you loot. So like Fable the Mirror Breaker, or like Royal Scions, or even what is the enchantment from original Ixalan that flips into a land. You could play that and then hit your own Emrakul. And for 4 mana, get a copy of Emrakul, cast it, get the trigger, go to your follow-up turn, get in for 15, Annihilate or 6. Reenact seems like a really good card to build around. I'm sure there's a ton of cards here from the set that people are going to build fun decks with, or they're really going to affect Standard, or Pioneer's going to be really excited for them. The other blue card that that I know is kind of chatting about is that the Conspiracy Unraveler, the guy who lets you collect evidence 10 instead of paying the mana cost of spells. There's plenty of things like Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time and ways to put a ton of CMC into your graveyard. And then be able to delve that away to keep going, or collect evidence in a way to keep the chain going. So there's stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff in Standard, but I kind of like am mixed bag on Standard, just because I don't get to play a ton of it, and with the new set coming out, like I know the adjustments are going to happen. That being said, the big thing is probably the lands. I think those are going to have the biggest impact. But so I am going to let you guys go. I still have that product sitting over here that I talked about ripping a little while ago, I believe, when I ripped the Yu-Gi-Oh box. So that'll probably be something that I do coming up. I just have to find a window of opportunity to do it. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on day to day in the shop, so I don't always have a lot of free time. That being said, I enjoy making content for everyone as long as everybody continues to enjoy the content that we make, or that I make. And I will see you guys in the following videos. We have it's the end of January, so we have February coming in a few days, and that will be, I believe, we have Series 2 hockey that we will be opening. I believe there is a Lorcana release, which I might be able to talk Bossman into letting me open at least a box of Lorcana for you guys. And then we have the newest Pokemon set, which we should be getting the booster bundle packs in. It's not released in booster boxes, but there's 6-pack bundles, and see if he'll let me open a couple of those for you guys as well. That being said, it is time for me to go. So I'll see you guys in the next video.